Okay, we're currently at Advanced Stubble, okay, which is somewhere in the middle of our cast members that we're going to use for our animation. So let's move to the last bitmap cast member that we created, called Longer Hair. We do this, of course, by clicking the Next Cast Member button in our Paint window. And as we do so, notice how the cast member that's the previous cast member in our tracing image changes. Right now our preceding cast member is light stubble. When we go to the next Paint bitmap cast member, notice that Advanced Stubble now becomes part of our tracing image. Finally, when we go to Longer Hair, our preceding one will be Short Hair, and that appears in our tracing image. So basically the previous cast member is a relative thing. It keeps adjusting as we add new cast members, but the background stays the same in each instance. We go back. The background stays the same. We've set that background, and so no matter what we do, it's going to stay there. Well, not no matter what we do, because there is something that we can do to make our background shift in a similar fashion to the way the previous cast member shifts in our tracing image. To do this, we click the Track Background button. Okay, we're on our last cast member. Okay, we're going to click Track Background. Now, when we create a new bitmap cast member, what's going to happen is that our background image will shift as well. Right now our background image is here. Because we have Track Background on, when we create a new bitmap cast member, our background is going to shift to the next cast member in our cast window. Okay? So it's going to follow along. Our background is going to track, just like previous cast member. Okay, so my prediction is that when I create a new cast member now, and I click the plus button, we won't see our face anymore. We're going to see light stubble. We'll of course also see Longer Hair, because that's our preceding cast member and we have that set. But we won't see face. We're going to see light stubble. Let's see if my prediction pans out by clicking the plus button. Hey, that's exactly right. Notice, we now see the Longer Hair cast member in our tracing image, which we would expect because we have previous cast member selected, but we don't see the face anymore. Instead, we see light stubble, the light stubble cast member, which is the next bitmap cast member in the cast window after face. Okay, so I don't know how useful this is right now, but there are instances in which this is a useful feature as well. If you have a very long, extended animation, this sort of thing is useful because you can track a cast member many frames back, or many cast members back, as well as the one just previous. And that can help you sometimes. Now, we can turn off Track Background here. Okay. But when we turn off Track Background, we still have the old, or not the old, the new background that we set. Okay, because we had Track Background on, it's basically set our background to light stubble. So we're going to have to reset that if we want to use our face as a tracing image for our final bitmap cast member of the really shaggy hair. And we do want to do that. So we're going to have to reset our background. Do you remember how we set our background originally? Well, I'll show you. Let's go back to the face cast member. Click Previous, until I finally get to face. All right, I'm actually going to turn this off for now. We're going to see preceding cast member. And we don't need to see our background. Notice our background, even though we're over face, is light stubble because we set that as our background using Track Background. So anyway, let's turn that off. Now, we want to set our background as this now. We're going to set it back to our face. So we click on Set Background. Okay, we've set this now as our background. Now let's go to the end. Okay, we have longer hair. We're going to, let's add this to make so we can see the preceding cast member. Let's make it so we can see the background. Okay, we do show background. Hey, it's our face again. Because we went back and we set it again. We set our background. Now when we create a new cast member, we don't have track background on, so it's just going to stay at the face. Click plus, and there we go. Now we can draw our final, really shaggy hair. And I will start this, but I will turn it off. Actually, I'll pause it. I think I'm just going to leave it there. This work. No, wait a minute. Sorry. I'm going to change this to a heavier paintbrush setting. Say OK. And I'll start drawing our really shaggy hair. But I will pause it and come back and it will be all done. Ta-da! It's magic. Okay, so we have our final stage of hair growth. Let's call this shaggy hair. And it kind of looks like the guy from Hollywood Squares. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. A really weird fella. Anyway, that's our final stage of hair growth.